good evening, good evening, good evening. Well, morning. Sorry, wrong time. It is the morning. Anyways, today's Irish tale in the Finn cycle is called The Hiding of the Hill of Howth. So please, as in every other video, please smash that subscribe button. Get me those subscriptions if you haven't already, and enjoy. This is a really short tale today. It's representative of a group of episodic narratives that arose out of the general tradition of the pursuit of Diarmuid and Grainne. The present section is probably much older in date than the long narrative given above, but it was either unknown to the later redactor or was omitted purposefully. As it stands, it is an interesting example of the stories of, trickery, which delighted Irish audiences during the Middle Ages. A short poem, which inevitably suffers in translation, is one of the gems of early Irish lyric poetry. Once, Diarmuid, son of Donogh, grandson of the Grainne, was in the cave of the hill of Howth, beneath her. After having carried off Grainne, the daughter of Cormac, in an elopement from Finn, an old woman was with Diarmuid at the time, watching over him. Wherever he would be, the old woman went out of the cave, and when she was at the top of the hill of Howth, she saw an armed man coming towards her alone. It was Finn, the warrior king. The old woman asked tidings of him. "To woo thee I have come," said Finn. "And, the cause I will tell you thee afterwards. And what I desire is that thou shalt live with me as my only wife." The old woman believed the words of Finn and promised him to do his will. But what Finn desired of her was to, betray Diarmuid to him. The old hag consented to this. She dipped her cloak in the salt water and then went into the cave. Diarmuid asked why she was so wet. "I confess," she said, "I never saw or heard like or of a cold in storms, for the frost is spread over the hillocks, and there's not much smooth plain in all of Elga in which there is not long rushing river between every two ridges. And no deer or raven in Erin find shelter in the cave or in any other places, or on an island, or in a bay of Fleming." Craftily she took her rem out across the cave and sang. "Cold, cold, cold tonight is the broad plain of Lurg, higher the snow than the mountain range. The deer cannot get at their food. Cold till doom, storm has spread over all. A river each furrow upon the slope, each fjord a full pool. The great sea is each loch which is full. A full loch is each pool. Horses do not get over Roseford. No more do 2 feet get there. The fishes of Innsfell are roaming. There is no Margaret well of waves. In the lands there is no land, not a bell is heard or crane dogs. The hounds of Cornwood find not rest nor sleep in the dwelling of hounds. The little wren cannot find on the little company of the birds has broken forth in keen wind, and the blackbird cannot get a lead to her liking. Shelter at the side of Gunwoods, cozy our pot on the hook. Crazy the hunt on Lone Slope. The snow has moved the wood hill, toilsome to climb by Kinghorn stars. Grainne's ancient bird, from the bitter wind gets the grief. Greater mystery and her pain, the ice will get into her mouth. From flock and from the down to rise, take it to heart, wherefore thee ice in heaps on every fjord. That is why I keep saying cold. Then the old woman went out, and while as for Grainne, she noticed that the old woman had gone, and she put her hand on the garment that was about her, and put it on her tongue, and found the taste of the salt on her cloak. Woe, Diarmuid, she cried, the old woman has betrayed thee, and arise quickly and take the warrior's dress about thee. Diarmuid did so, and went out, and Grainne with him. And then they beheld the warrior king with his fan around him coming towards them. Diarmuid glanced across the sea around Erin, and saw a skiff of shelter in the harbour near him. He and Grainne entered it. A man was awaiting them in the little boat, with a beautiful remnant about him, with a broad braided yellow mantle over his shoulder behind. That was Angus of Burgh, the foster father of Diarmuid, who had come to rescue him from danger. He was in from Finn and Fan of Erin.